Gone are those days when students used to study using unscientific methods. In the 21st century, students are becoming increasingly smarter and better at what they do, studies. So I thought of making a video to highlight some very effective and advanced memory techniques for fast learning and better retention, which can help you further step up your exam preparation. Now, even before I start telling you these advanced techniques, I wish to highlight 5 important things which is very important for you to remember better and recall faster. Now, these are lifestyle changes which will definitely help you. The first one is sleeping for 7 to 8 hours per day. Number 2, exercising for 30 minutes per day or 3 times per week for 1 hour each. Number 3, eating a non-fatty diet that does not contain saturated fatty acids. Number 4, plan your day, plan your week, plan your month in advance. Number 5, improve on your habits to follow a fixed plan and a fixed schedule. Now, if you have these 5 things covered, then only you can implement the advanced memory retention and fast learning techniques, which I am going to tell you now. So let's get started. Let's start with the brain. Now, our brain works in 3-step process, which can be easily divided into encoding, number 2, storage, and number 3, recall. These are the 3 processes whenever you learn something new or old. Now, a mistake in any one of these 3 processes will hamper your memory retention ability as well as memory recall capability. So let me give you some techniques that will enhance your encoding, your storage, and your retrieval abilities. Now, encoding is the precursor foundation of memory on which every other step depends. So if the precursor is wrong, everything falls apart. So you must pay attention to this step, and if possible, take notes now because I'm going to share very important things. Now, encoding can be divided into 2 types: applicatory encoding and repetitive encoding, or ratification. The best way to remember is applicatory encoding, but most students follow repetitive encoding, which is ratification. Now, this kind of encoding will help you remember for a longer period of time. So you need to follow applicatory encoding. We need to know how we can use applicatory encoding to retain our concepts longer and better and recall faster. Now, there are 5 advanced ways to do just that. Number 1, making visual notes. Now, what are visual notes? While making notes, use colored sketch pens. If you have access to a digital tablet like an iPad and a digital pencil, use them to extensively make notes so that you can carry them anywhere. Now, this will help you retain better using the pictorial memory. Number 2, flowcharts. Flowcharts are the excellent way to encode right and balanced information into your brain. No information overload. You can either make your own flowcharts or you can buy them from Biotecnika. In any of these cases, you must personalize your flowcharts by scribbling your own notes on the top of the flowchart. Now, then only you will remember it better and for a longer period of time. And that's the goal. Number 3, chunking. Now, chunking is a very old but also most useful form of memory. For example, you have to remember 1 mole of a solution. What is the value? The value is 6.022140076 multiplied by 10 to the power 23. So you can chunk it as 6.022140076 multiplied by 10 to the power 23. Now, it helps you remembering sequences of numbers or repetitive alphabets like A, T, G, C, stuff like that. Number 4, mnemonics. Now, this specific memory technique will help you get better at remembering details of almost everything you are learning. Mnemonics refers to any system or device designed to aid memory, usually patterns of letters, ideas, or associations like VibGyor. Now, if you remember VIBGYOR, it depicts the colors of the rainbow. What does it mean? Or you can also take an example of remembering the solar system. So all the planets. My very educated mother just served us 9 pizzas. Each letter of this word is one planet. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. As simple as that. That's mnemonics for you. Number 5, flashcards. Now, flashcards are an excellent way to memorize and revise. But while reading a concept for the first time, that time only you should make the flashcards. This way, you need not waste time making the flashcards when you are revising. So during encoding process only, make the flashcards. Number 6, audio notes. Now, recording a summary and important points of your topic in an app called Otter.ai can help you revise faster so that you can listen to your own self. So now you know how to remember for a longer period of time. Now I'm going to show you how to move your memory from temporary storage to permanent storage. Let's get started. Number 1, using spaced repetition. Now, revisions using spaced repetition technique helps you in most effective way. Now, by introducing time intervals between study sessions, you can remember more. Even you spend fewer actual hours, still you'll remember more. Now, let me give you an example how this is possible. Suppose you study something today. You must do the first revision next day or on the same day. Second revision within a week. Third revision after 2 weeks. Fourth revision after a month. And the last revision a few days before the test. I have made a separate video about that. The link is given in the description. You can check it out. Spaced repetition is the best technique to move from temporary storage to permanent storage. Number 2, listening to yourself. Now, this is something which I have done myself during my student life extensively. I used to record a summary of the chapter during studying, and I used to listen to it while exercising. Now, that helped me revise almost every chapter every week, because you can listen faster, you can increase the speed of listening. Number 3, coloring and drawing. Remember, you made visual notes when you were encoding the concept for the first time? Now is the time to pick up that highlighter and color those concepts. Pick up a sketch pen, draw pathways, cycles, and color them too. This will excite your pictorial memory and you will retain things for longer in your permanent memory. Number 4, teach and share. Now, this one is my favorite. In my student life, I always used to hunt classmates who are weak in any subject, and I used to help them understand the concepts. The moment I spotted one, I'll teach them. Now, this used to give me 2 benefits. The first one, I used to earn a friend, and the second one, teaching is the best way to move your concepts from temporary memory to permanent memory. Now, one word of caution to all of you. Don't think that you will just shoot a video and send it across to your friends and that will help you remember the concepts. No, that is the wrong way. Active teaching process is the right way to retain concepts if you want it to benefit you. Okay, so that should be active manner. Number 5, buddy revisions. Now, buddy study or buddy revisions are an extension of my previous point. If you have a friend or a classmate who is also preparing for CSIR NET or any other exam, sit with them and revise together. It will help you answer many common questions and confusions together. In fact, you can take exam of each other on a random basis. So now you know how to encode perfectly. Now you know how to move your memory from temporary to permanent storage, but still the last and final step is pending. That is recall. Now, if you wish to recall faster than anyone else ever, then you need to follow the following steps very, very minutely. Step 1, practice in exam-like conditions. When you solve questions in perfect exam-like conditions, then your brain neurons will wire together to act in the same way as in the actual exam. Now remember, neurons which wire together, fire together. So you need to always practice in exam simulated conditions and also practice decision making on which questions to solve and which questions to skip. This will help you minimize negative marking as well. Step 2, create your own relational database. Now, have you ever tried to feed a small baby in the mouth? As soon as you put the hand near to the mouth, your own mouth will open slightly. Have you noticed that? Now, this is called as a relational database. You relate yourself to the person or to the things. You need to create conditions, simulate actions, and surround yourself with tools which will help you create such a relationship with the concepts in your mind. That's called relational database. Step 3, using comparison tables. Now, have you ever bought a mobile phone online? Whenever you go to buy a mobile website, like, okay, you go to Amazon or Flipkart, it allows you to compare the features of various mobile phone models, right? So all the competing models you can compare. Similarly, you can use this technique to remember better by creating comparison tables of famous concepts such as glycolysis, glycogenolysis, mitosis, meiosis, etc. Now at Biotecnika, we call it as concept comparison tables or simply concept tables, which help students remember better. Step 4, using concept wheels and visual notes. Now remember, during encoding you made those visual notes, and during the revision process you highlighted it. You can extend this idea by creating concept wheel. Now in the wheel, the central idea can be the concept itself, and all the parts of the wheel can be the features of that concept. Now the logic behind concept wheel is brain remembers different shapes and different colors better than text. Step 5, utilizing mnemonics and chunking. Now I have already highlighted this aspect during the revision process. However, during the recall process, it becomes super important if you remember the full forms of the abbreviations. So for example, if I say VIBGYOR, you should remember what exactly it stands for, what it means in the colors of the rainbow, and vice versa. Alright, so there you have it. I have enlisted some very advanced form of learning techniques today, and I'm sure this video will be helpful to you. Do let me know in the comment section. If you like the video, please click a thumbs up, share with your friends, and let us know which techniques you employ more often while studying and how it is helping you better. See you in our next video. Till then, bye-bye.